Academy of Fine Arts, Troop 6391. She is a passionate writer, actor, and member of the troupe. She's a senior at Fort Worth Academy of Fine Arts, where she has attended since the 3rd grade, and she plans on studying creative writing after high school. She is a member of National Honor Society, Thespians, and co-founder of the Calliope Review, her school's first ever creative writing journal, and is the student council president. Recently, she has been involved in productions such as Peter and the Starcatcher and Sister Act, and a swing and ensemble member. Reale was a finalist in the 2023 Circle Theater High School Playwriting Competition, where her 10-minute play, This Is a Robbery, ranked in the top 4 and was awarded a $2,000 scholarship. Without further ado, I present to you the human issue.
Hello, my name is Skylar Jennings.
I'm Mia Jacob.
I'm Ethan Abedili.
I'm Mars Bartell.
And we proudly represent Fort Worth Academy of Fine Arts Troop
6391.
And we will be performing The Human Issue by Bella Reale.
Characters. Sierra, an omnipotent inhuman being. She's very stubborn and has a bit of a temper. Evander, an omnipotent inhuman being. He's on the benevolent side and cool-headed when making decisions. Ronald, a human constructed to be a tiebreaker and decide the fate of humanity. He's anxious and in the way most of the time. Setting, Sierra's dining room just outside of Earth, hanging sleepily between the atmosphere's reach and the bend of the universe. Time, late afternoon just after work. Also, all time that has ever occurred, or ever will, and yet, so far outside of time that might as well not exist. Act 1, Scene 1. The stage is set with only a table and 2 chairs. On the table rests a salt shaker and 2 mugs. Lights up on Evander and Sierra, sitting at the table mid-conversation. They are both dressed in suits with their ties slightly undone, as if just coming back from a long day at the office. This is not the first time the two of them have met after work, and while they should be having coffee like normal, they're currently in a heated argument. Ronald is crumpled up in a motionless ball on the floor's stage right. He should be somewhat out of sight and not lit.
But if you consider the actual situation, the actual responsibility we've been given and how we plan on using
Wow,
it.
once again, Evander has a plan. Do
Yeah.
you ever act on impulse?
Even you cannot be that careless.
What's the carelessness in wanting to change things up?
Changing things up is one thing. The issue is that you're completely disregarding literal billions of lives.
Why does it matter to you so much? They're just lives. They come and they go.
Right. They've come and gone the same way for 4 billion years.
4.5, Evander.
Yes, 4.5 billion years. That's how long humanity has operated this way. Why risk it for the chance that things might go smoother the second time?
I'm bored, Evander.
Bored?
Well, yeah, aren't you?
Slowly, trying not to lose his temper,
We have been assigned to protect and oversee humanity.
I didn't
and,
ask
And if you
what
think
we were
I'm going to
assigned,
throw
Evander,
that
I
all
asked
away
if you were
because
bored.
that doesn't matter. That's not a part of the job.
The job is boring.
You think that serving the universe is boring?
I think that watching wars start and then end and then start again gets repetitive. I'm tired of seeing animal shelters get overfilled and oceans get polluted and the Black Eyed Peas making more music. I'm bored of it all.
You can't focus on the positive for once?
No, I can't. That's not my job.
You're impossible.
Humanity is impossible.
Just
I'm
do your-
realistic.
Do your job, Sierra. Why complicated?
Sierra begins to stand and leave.
I'll bring this to the council, Evander, and we both know how persuasive I can be.
They won't even consider it unless it's agreed between the both of us.
Sierra freezes, looks at Evander, then sits again.
What will it take for you to follow through with it?
Very funny.
Come on, Evander. I'm really passionate about this.
Clearly.
What don't you like about the idea?
Well, probably the whole erasing humanity of it all.
Don't look at it that way then. Look at it as, recycling. That's a good thing humans do, right?
A little reluctant to give in.
Yeah, cycling is awesome.
Right, it's awesome. And you and I are just recycling the planet. You know, getting rid of the old, evil, bitter people and starting all over.
Okay, but what about the good people?
What good people?
Plenty of good people, like Canadians, or artists, or Taylor Swift.
2 out of 3 of those groups are clinically depressed.
And yet, they're good people.
But other people made them depressed, so they can't possibly.
Other people did not make them depressed.
But other people definitely like the fact that they're depressed.
So what? If they're able to make art while struggling, then
That's
shouldn't
ridiculous.
that... It's not ridiculous to look for the good in the bad.
So much of it is bad. You haven't been down there in 100 years. You don't know how things are.
Show me them.
Show you?
Go on. I want strong, profound reasoning as to why we should wipe the entirety of the human race and build it back up again.
Fine.
Sierra pulls the salt shaker forward, and Ronald is lit as he rises stage right, stands straight up, and faces the audience. Sierra and Evander cannot see him.
Picture this salt shaker is a man living on Earth.
What's his name?
His name doesn't matter.
How am I supposed to believe that this salt shaker is a human if he doesn't have a name?
Okay, fine. This is Andrew.
He waves enthusiastically.
Hi, I'm Andrew.
What?
I'm not convinced. He doesn't look like an Andrew to me.
That's because he isn't an Andrew. He's a salt shaker.
How about Isaac?
He waves again.
Hi, I'm Isaac.
No, that doesn't seem right either. Ronald, maybe?
He waves again.
Hi, I'm Ronald.
Great. Ronald works fine. Now, Ronald is in his 20s, living alone, working at Applebee's.
Yikes.
Yes, yikes indeed. And if you asked him, he'd rate his life a solid 6 out of 10.
Okay, so he's boring, but sort of happy.
Exactly. Now imagine his parents die.
Sierra shakes out some salt into her mug.
Womp womp.
Wait, what?
And then Applebee's fires him.
Sierra shakes out more salt.
No, slow down!
And then he isn't able to pay for rent and after the funeral, and he's too depressed
Yeah.
because his parents' death, so he goes out looking for a job. And eventually he's living on the streets. And every person who passes him tries to avoid his eyes, because if he really wanted money or food, he wouldn't have put himself in that position. It's his fault he ended up there, and not a single person thinks to help him. So he just lives out there on the bench in the city for the rest of his life, and nobody cares. Nobody's there when he dies.
Sierra shakes the salt shaker until it's empty throughout the monologue, then slams it on the table.
Why would any of that happen?
Because it happens every day, and nobody does anything about it. That's humanity, Evander, and it's worse off than you think.
Okay, let's make it real then.
What?
Let's make Ronald and bring him here and see what he thinks about humanity.
Oh, Evander, come on, let's...
Evander snaps his fingers, Ronald falls limp on the ground before slowly standing up. Sierra and Evander can now see him.
Hi, I'm Ronald.
Hi, Ronald. I'm Vander, and this is Sierra.
I've never spoken to a human before.
What's going on?
Oh, wow, it's real.
Go on, Sierra. Ask him what he thinks.
Nope, no way.
Well, if you don't want to do the whole recycling thing, then...
I just don't want to talk to it.
Are you guys talking about me? I'm right here.
I'm too creeped out. You ask.
Ask what?
Ronald, please. Try to have a conversation.
Are all humans so...
So what?
I don't know. Fuzzy?
Fuzzy? What does fuzzy mean? And what do you mean all humans?
Jeez, why Why is he so nosy?
You think?
Where am I right now?
Shut up, Ronald.
You can't talk to him like that.
Well, he needs to shut up.
Yeah, but you know how fragile humans are? You have to filter yourself.
Hey, champ. Would you mind shutting up?
Very good, yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm just a little confused.
Okay, let me catch you up. You're human, we aren't.
Yeah.
There's not exactly a word for what we are, but if there was, it probably sounds something like Sierra and I watch over humanity, but since we ourselves aren't human, it's hard to make certain decisions about the state of things.
Yeah.
So we made you sort of a tiebreaker. Understand?
And where am I exactly?
That doesn't matter. Can you give us a synopsis of your life?
Like from birth to...
Death. Yeah, you're dead.
Oh my god, I'm dead.
Well, technically, you never existed.
Oh, that's great. What?
Like, we made you. Just now.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Ronald starts hyperventilating.
Did we break him?
I don't like this one. Let's make someone different.
No, that's not fair. He's the perfect middle ground.
Well, we can't talk to him like this.
Ronald is still hyperventilating, but now he's assumed a position on the ground, curled up and rocking back and forth.
Okay, fine.
Evander snaps his fingers, and Ronald falls limp before slowly standing again, while Evander sets the table's chairs facing toward himself.
Hi, I'm Ronald.
Hi, Ronald. I'm Evander. Thanks for coming to our focus group. That's right. You can have a seat. We're just about to get started.
Ronald and Sierra sit down and face Evander.
I'm sorry. I don't even remember registering for this. What topic are we looking at?
Evander meets eyes with Sierra.
Well,
That's a good
I,
question. We
we
are
are just
talking about people.
People?
Mm-hmm.
yes, human people. More specifically, man.
No.
No, not man. I hate men.
Except for good men, like Mr. Rogers. That guy.
The dead one?
What?
I think he died like 10 years ago.
Oh, you guys are screwed.
Let's refocus. Our topic is people. Ronald, you want to kick things off?
Just talk about people?
Yeah, you know, what good stuff they've done, what sketchy stuff they've done, and why do they deserve to stay on Earth instead of being snapped out of existence?
Okay. I guess people really just want to be comfortable.
Interesting. What do you mean, comfortable?
Like we talk about wanting happiness or money or love, and people do want those things. But mostly we just want to be comfortable. We want to feel safe.
So true, fellow human. And don't you think, and I'm just spitballing here, that people would do anything to feel comfortable? Even really terrible, evil things?
Well, I think people are complicated, and some of them might do bad things to get what they want, but that shouldn't make them bad people.
I was asking Ron.
It's Ronald,
Shut up.
actually.
Sierra, you love to talk about how evil humans are, but you're just as stubborn as they are when you want something.
I am literally omnipotent. I'm so sorry if I get a little frustrated, but, because the guy who's only been in the field for 500 years wants to override my project.
Okay, I'm lost. Is this a role-playing thing?
You just told me that you follow through with this because you're bored. That's not a very strong
Stop
statement,
acting like the
Sierra.
reasoning behind this is important. You don't like it because I'm the one who recommended
That
it.
is not true at all.
You hate the idea of letting me win. Don't you?
Sierra, you're my friend.
yourself. We're not human, Evander. We know better than that.
I'm sorry, you're not human?
Evander snaps his fingers, Ronald falls limp, and very slowly starts to stand again.
I'm officially unbiased, okay? Let's hear what he has to say and just go on from there.
This is a lost cause.
Hi, I'm Ronald.
Ronald, listen to me very closely. This is a dream.
What?
In a few minutes, you're going to wake up, so I need to be brief. Tell me everything you can about humanity.
Wait, what's going on?
I just need you to tell me if people are good or bad.
I don't know.
This is useless.
Am I?
To Evander.
Did you make the Ronald before the scenarios I came up with took place or after?
What?
Is this the full or empty salt shaker?
Full, I guess.
Start him over. As the empty shaker.
That's unfair and you know it. We're supposed to have a middle ground.
Hey, you're the one vouching for humanity. You have to take every part of it.
Evander very begrudgingly snaps his fingers, Ronald falls limp again. He stands up, considerably less cheerful, and Sierra crosses to him.
Hi, I'm Sierra.
Where am I?
You're safe. I know this is a bit of a shock, but I want to ask you about some stuff.
What's going on?
Toward Evander.
Who's he?
This is my friend Evander. Ronald, we're making a very important decision, and you've been chosen to weigh in on it. Understand?
No, not really.
That's okay.
and she digs through her bag for a book. It's this massive anthropology textbook, one of the only ones I hadn't gotten around to reading. So I lean over and I hug her. She doesn't even flinch when she